Hello everyone! So you don't often see my full body, but I wanted to show you what I wore to Geek Girl Con. So you may recognize this if you were watching my videos back in December as wow, I am so used to watching myself on this, it's hard for me to not, okay? Yeah. So yeah, I wore this when I was singing for the charity show where they were raising money for Trans Lifeline, and that is indeed the phone number. So when I went to Geek Girl Con, which is my favorite convention, and it's so inclusive of many genders. I had to wear this. I Velcroed on this heart, but of course Velcro is not the most lasting thing. And I'm feeling, because I'm in a mirror, this might just be backwards, but it says Trans Lifeline, and then it has the number 1877 565 8860. Wow. Everything is like backwards and mirrored and upside down with me trying to read that. I hope I actually got the right one. And then this is a little pansexual heart. So this is a really good way of remembering. So who you love and who you're attracted to is your orientation. So in my case, pansexual, which is similar to bisexual, or by some definitions exactly the same. And then, I came out as genderqueer this year, and so I embraced that. And of course, you got the rainbow socks. You have to have the rainbow socks. So I guess there's not a lot of time to talk, so I'm going to try to flip it around. Woo-hoo. Hopefully this works, because I'm trying to get it to work. So yeah, one thing I did when I was there is I got to meet the Double Clicks, and I was so excited to tell them that I'd done that video on the spoon theory, and that I was so happy they gave me a bump by adding me to a playlist of theirs, the official playlist. And I do this thing, it's very rare at this point. I can only say this of like 5 groups, but and most of them individuals, but I started giving books to my nerd heroes, and it started with Marina Sirtis, who plays Counselor Troy on Next Gen, Star Trek The Next Generation, which was huge crush for me. And I was like, how do I tell her I have a crush and not have it be like, oh, I have a crush? But yeah, she was so gracious, she was so sweet, and I gave her a book, and she insisted that I sign it, and I did, and she was like, oh, read it on the plane, and I was like, so that kept encouraging me to keep doing it. When I was at Anglicon one year, and this was me as Rimmer from an episode of Red Dwarf where he's in a gingham dress, which, yeah. I gave a book to Norman Levitt, who played the male Holly on Red Dwarf, and there are some aspects from that book that are definitely inspired by Red Dwarf, specifically like the toaster being called Taki. There's a robot with a toaster in its body, and I think Taki the toaster. And it was his idea to bring it into the photo that we had, which was cute. He's like, let's sell him a few more copies. But he said it in a British accent, and I'm very in how good my British accent is. Yeah. So the thing that he liked the most, what I gave in the book, was like the spacing between the lines. So I was like, yeah, that's funny that was his thing, was just like, oh yeah, I can really read these. And I was just like, getting older. I'm looking forward to it. And so yeah. So I also gave books to Molly Lewis, who is a big influence for me as a ukulele player, to the PDX Broadsides, which is a wonderful band down in Portland, and the Double Clicks is also a great band in Portland, so I got to meet them. So hopefully this doesn't seem like name dropping, but when you're a nerd and you go to these sci-fi conventions, or I think half of those that happen like at a house concert where Molly Lewis and PDX Broadside. So yeah, I mean, if you get to meet your nerdy heroes, you might as well give them something. And one of the 2 siblings in Double Click's name is Laser, and so of course they wanted robots without lasers. And then I was only planning to give the one book because they're siblings and hopefully they share, but we both kind of had the same idea, saying, oh, like, let's barter. So they gave me 2 of their CDs, and they autographed them, and I autographed their books. Oh, where are they? I guess you might just have to take my word for it that they autographed 2 CDs for me. I was hoping to give them a plug or something. Might actually be sitting on them. Oh, I am. Of course. I'm always sitting on it. Yeah. President Snakes and Love Problems. And this one says, Esther is amazing. And this other one says, thank you, Esther. That's very sweet. And of course, whenever I autograph my books, I put their, I always write a little compliment. I have a lot to say. The ones I traded are, this is Robots Without Lasers. And I talked a lot about it on my archived live stream. And then another thing, which I'm probably sitting on again, or maybe not, is the first of my many time travel books, The Device. So yeah, I didn't have a lot of money, so I bartered and got the CDs, and then, I mean, there's this free poster, which was cool, so I grabbed 2. But yeah, I would like to cover one of their songs. Hopefully the video is still going. I didn't realize I had this much data. Hopefully it's not going to stop in the middle, but since one of the bandmates' name is Laser and the other one is Aubrey, and because Laser wanted Robots Without Lasers, and because one of the catchiest and my favorite songs by Double Clicks is called Lasers and Feelings, I figured that's the one I'm going to cover. In first grade you said I was pretty. In ninth grade you were quiet but witty. Then you moved out to some other city and became a deranged billionaire. You've got a master plan and it's evil. Your hopes are for worldwide upheaval. They seem violent and somewhat medieval, but I'm thinking that my love could save you. You've got lasers and I've got feelings. Your lonely heart could use some healing. You've got lasers and I've got feelings for you. Everyone in the world knows your name now, and that might give you some comfort somehow. But no one has promised their vows, and I know I'm the right one for you. To me, you just seem so alone. You're collecting your enemies' bones, and you use them in building your throne. And I think I should give you a call. You got lasers and I've got feelings. Your lonely heart could use some healing. You've got lasers and I've got feelings for you. I can see right through your disguise. It's not hard, it only covers your eyes. And I wonder if you ever cry, or if you ever think about me. I'm not trying to give you a guilt trip, but they won't let me onto your airship. My friends tell me I'm losing my grip, but I want you to know that I care. You've got lasers and I've got feelings. Your lonely heart could use some healing. You've got lasers and I've got feelings for you. You've got lasers and I've got feelings. Why a bad boy so appealing? You've got lasers and I've got feelings for you.